Alrighty, friends. As you can see, I've already auto-recovered, and also, I've already slept. Because I actually fell asleep early last night, even though I said, man, I'm gonna finish this tonight, even if it takes me, like, a bunch of hours. Because my sleep schedule's been all over the place, and I knew that my content would be ass if I just played as tired as I was. So, I'm hoping to actually finish the game today, after conking for 6 hours, on top of, like, a 5-hour nap thing earlier that day. Because my body's had enough of sleeping very goddamn little, so thankfully, I absolutely guarantee you that I will stay up today, because that's always what happens, is I effortlessly stay up whenever my body does that. Let's sleep almost full nights twice.
Right. Let's get back to work.
I agree, Makoto. So I will do it today. So let's do it. I really am itching to get back to this. What I'd really like to also do is, in light of what I just said, stopping to just saying, oh, I will do this, I will do that. I don't know. I'm oftentimes, I shoot myself in the foot every time most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time I say something like that. Something like, oh yeah, I will do this by then. Because no matter how I feel that very moment, the way I feel can change very easily, and I will have to self-care, more often than I would often want to. That often requires not speaking at a microphone, so, yeah. I hope. And, playing the game, so, Hello. They said we should talk to these shadows, so it's interesting. We're talking to shadows instead of fighting them, although I have this feeling that we're gonna have to fight them anyway. We'll see. You are the Phantom Thieves, I assume. Normally I capture intruders, but this area is free to any who wish to. Interesting. I'm going to entrance to the exam room should you so desire. Allowing intruders to proceed? How odd. You must be awfully confident in their exam techniques. At any rate, such progression should work in our favor. We should make sure we get our act straight for this. So what'll it be? Depending on your reply, we'll have to respond accordingly. Not sure what he means by that. That sounds ominous, though. Where did those people go? I see, so you are curious about our facilities. Very well. This is the lobby for the psychological exam room where we determine if patients are mentally sound or not. We find the flaws and potential issues in a patient's heart that even they may not be aware of.
Well?
Even they may not be aware of. And what exactly comprises these examinations? Beyond that hall lies the special exam room. Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be a minigame section, and possibly an enlightening thing for all the party members, perhaps? There, each patient answers 3 simple questions. Okay, is the whole party going to have to do this? This is going to be interesting. Touch the information paddle to begin the process. Listen to the question and choose the elevator that corresponds with your answer. Interesting. Please refrain from returning to the previous level until the exam is over, though. Huh. Hold on a second. So this is gonna split the party. Of course they want us to go in here. This is an obvious trap. The patient's diagnosis. Now, I'm just wondering... Well, actually, I say obvious trap, but it's clear Maruki doesn't have malicious intent like every other freaking party... palace leader, except for Futaba and Sai, arguably. Although, Sai is... Nah, Sai had malicious intent. But it was born from... I'm not going to lose... Because she had a lot of reasons not to, you know? If no abnormalities are found after the exam's completion, you will be presented with a small gift. For the sake of your own happiness, we ask that you answer all questions with honesty. So all we have to do is choose the answer we believe to be correct. Although I'm a bit hesitant to find out what they mean by treatment. Yes, same. This is a trap to me. Examine a person's heart and find their pain and regret and distort their cognition. This is just the palace version of what Dr. Maruki does in real life.
Wait.
But if we make a mistake, does that mean we're going to change our cognitions? It's probably confined to the real world. Here, they probably mesh the people's heads some other way. Like, maybe just this cute to some machine and just what is this? I'm really interested as to what this is. Hey, don't scare me like that. Well, whatever fun this treatment takes, I'm sure we want no part of it for ourselves. Standing here attempting to imagine it won't do us any good, though. Let's take the exam and see where we wind up. Okay, it's a little contradictory. We don't want any part of this, so let's just go walk into the room that's going to make us... That's going to literally make us split the party, because why would there be two elevators if it's not going to split the party? I'm wondering if we're about to see who's mentally sound among us and who ain't. I'm pretty sure I know who might go in each category, but I at least have a few ideas, but I'll save that for if this is going where I think it is. And, like, if it isn't, then I'll, like, say, but, if this is going where I think it is, I'll just kind of, like, react to each person's sorting based on how I felt they would have, been placed before. This is a fun little minigame. A fun little thing. A fun little test of how I'm, how I think of both these people in this situation and how the devs do, basically. The receptionist told us to start with the information panel. Okay. Oh, is that it? By the way, where does this go?
It's somewhere.
There's nothing... There isn't anything here. Interesting. Why is this room here? Is it important at all, or is it just for show? Is it just, you know, a waiting room? It makes sense that there would be one here. Maybe it really is just for show. By the way, yeah, this place is immaculately designed. Again. I feel like if these level designers were architects, they could make some really great stuff in real life. By the way, I have a feeling that we'll see the third one's in here, because why else would you be able to scale all the bookshelves? Unless they literally just let you do that because of the way that they are? I don't know. I don't know. Oh well. Also, I thought I just heard a catchy laugh, but why did he laugh? I think he did anyway. Unless it was one of these happy people.
I can feel it.
But that was kind of maniacal sounding for just, I'm super happy, yay, but okay, anyway. Anywho, for your news. Hello, patients, here's your first question. One day at school, you see that your good friend is being led away by a group of scary people. What is this? I'm kind of afraid of what this is going to entail for people. It's just like, I don't know, I'm a little scared of this section and what it might make me feel. I don't know why. You want to help your friend. If you fight them alone and lose, you could easily get hurt. Like, I think I know why. I think it feels like it's going to be probing into things that I perhaps might rather not think about, but I think at the same time it's going to be enlightening and positive, and I'm probably going to come away from it feeling this is a good part of the character development, probably. This is probably a good character development moment here, but we'll see. If you go look for a teacher, there would be no danger to you. If you don't succeed in time, your friend will most likely get hurt. What do you do in this situation? Go after your friend, go get help. To make a decision, please take the corresponding elevator. Thank you. Wait. 3 different questions. Their answer is wrong, though, but we're gonna split the party. It looks... This is like 3 questions, right? So, like, there's gonna be several elevators. Your answer is wrong, though. Yeah, but this is a medical exam, not a school one. I'm trying to figure out whether you or not you need treatment. So, maybe go with the answer you think that Dr. Maruki would pick? Huh. We have to try and figure out which one Dr. Maruki would pick. Okay, so this is not where I thought it was going to go. Ooh, this is going to be hard. It's hard to be sure of anything whatsoever right now. I would try asking some of these other patients around here. They may only be cognitive... Okay, so it's not... Okay, it's not where I think it's going. Only be cognitive beings, but they still have to take the exam just like we do. Maybe they can help us figure out which answer's right.
Right.
I was one. Besides, if you try and fail, at least you gave it a shot. Although, I'm not opposed to just plowing our way through the whole exam, but if you refuse their treatment regimen, whatever it is, they're not going to take that lying down. TLDR, be ready to fight if it comes down to it. This is interesting. Okay, it's not where I thought it was going. So, what I thought was Akechi would obviously, not be mentally sound. I feel like Joker would be, because he's able to support everyone else so easily. I feel like Makoto, I'd be leaning towards her being sound, but she's got some issues. I don't know. I don't think Sumire would be, unfortunately. There's no way with everything she's been through. Haru? I don't know. You know what? I think she would be. You know why? Because she dealt with her father's death surprisingly well. And all this burden she got shouldered with. And it's been a while since then now. I would say she is mentally sound. Who else? On, I would lean towards yes. Ryuji, I would also lean towards yes. I don't know, he's got a lot of anger issues, but maybe I'd lean towards no, but I think I'd mostly lean towards yes. He's pretty well adjusted in general, I think. Futaba? Now? Yes, probably. Funky Durgan. Am I missing an... Yusuke! I feel like I'd lean towards no, but only because he's so eccentric, but I feel like... I don't know. It's hard. It's just hard, man. This is hard. There's a few obvious answers. Catch you. That's the only real one I would say is the obvious one, because he's fucking insane. As we know. Anyway. Reserve man.
Hey.
You got a sec? Oh, yes. How can I help you? Which answer are you picking? I choose B. It's sort of embarrassing, but I'm never on the helping side. Someone always has to help me, huh? I don't have the courage to confront somebody. You just have to ask others for help. I mean, alright, wrong, but... Did you ever think to yourself, I want to help them? Huh? Of course I do. But even if I had the courage to step in, I might not be able to actually help. That's the case, probably best that I go help someone else, that way success is much more likely. So it's your consideration for others that made you choose B. Well, thank you for your time. You're welcome. Okay, I feel like this is a good insight into how Maruki thinks. And why he's so hell-bent on this and everything. Oh, excuse me. Strong-willed man. Okay. It's interesting how that answer's red and this answer's blue, though. I have a feeling it's just to distinguish the answers, instead of be good or bad. So asking this guy. You guys are dressed awfully fancy. Does it look like you're here for an exam? Well, I guess fancy is one word to say that. One word for it. Which do you agree with? I don't even have to think about it. My answer's A. Go after your friend.
Oh?
Is there a reason you didn't even hesitate? There isn't. Oh, well. Normally, I wouldn't share this with someone I just met, but I was in this exact same situation in the past. Difference is, that time I just acted like I didn't see anything and went on my way. I let my fear control me. Pretty pathetic of me, right? I've regretted it ever since. Interesting. I decided from now on I'm going to help people in need no matter what happens to me. And yeah, I still think that can make you feel totally horrible. If it ends up hurting, it's still better to go with whatever choice you won't regret later. A sounds like the right answer to me. Thanks. Well, that's the reason for my answer. Interesting. Like, you know what? I think I might just see what happens if I pick the ones I'd pick.
Well?
Now we know both sides of the story. The other one's exactly wrong, right? I kind of get where they're both coming from. What matters is which one Dr. Maruki thinks is wrong. Let me collect our thoughts somewhere and talk about our answer. Interesting, okay. So, alright. This is making it clear that... Okay, that's what that room's for. Okay. It looked like... I had a feeling it was like something like... I didn't share that thought because it obviously wasn't a safe room. But I had a feeling it was something like a safe room. Because why else would there be a big table with convenient chairs for everyone to sit around it like we always do, right? So, let's use this place to sort out our next step, Joker.
Well then.
Alright, let's figure this out. So, after some investigating, I think they use this place to test patients' mental states with a questionnaire. If they find any abnormalities, they will force treatment right away. Not sure what that is, but I suspect we should avoid it. I have a feeling it's a fight. For us, at least. So, if Dr. Maruki thinks we're fine as we are, do we get to skip the treatment? Most likely. It may not be easy, but we'll have to try to think like Dr. Maruki whenever coming up with our responses. Sorry, Joker. Not good at this kind of stuff. The questionnaire is all yours, dude.
Well then.
Okay, let's think about how to handle it. You know, at least Ryuichi's honest and he knows. The thing is that he's not dumb. You know why? He doesn't think he's a know-it-all most of the time. There's times where he thinks he has a good answer for something, but he literally, you know, like, there's times like this where he's just like, he knows what his strengths and weaknesses are. You know what he's good at? He's good at keeping us together as a team and keeping us pushing forward and keeping us true to our ideals. And that's extremely important shit, you know? Anyway, but, you know, not the thinky stuff, but hell, that's what we're here for. Akachi's good at it too, so is Morgana, so is Makoto, so is Futaba. There's actually quite a few thinky people here. I would say that even Yusuke fits there to a degree. Let's review what we know first. Alright, whose story do you want to discuss? Reserved Man. I have a feeling this is the one Maruki would think is right, but we'll see.
Now then.
He's the one that chose B. Go get help. He said there's a chance he wouldn't be able to help his friend alone, so he'd rather find a way to increase the odds. I hear what he's saying, but it still bugs me. It's like he's just running away.
But...
Yes, but it's not if his sole priority was to avoid getting hurt. I wonder if Maruki would think about it. I have a feeling? I don't know, man. It's tough, because think about how he handled Rumi's situation. I don't know, man. I feel like I'd be leaning towards this one. Because, actually, you know what? I think this is his answer. My main thought as to why is because he clearly thinks he knows what's right for people's realities. He's just changing them without any say from anyone. So I think that if you're gonna boldly do things on your own, that's cause for concern to him. But maybe not. Remember Dr. Maruki said on his last day at the school? Wait. He said it's okay to escape your problem if it becomes too painful. Interesting. Yeah, this is it then, I think. Do you think he'd consider this the same thing? I guess that's about it for this one.
What are your thoughts?
Anyone else have something to say? Okay, I'm pretty sure. I've had a feeling Maruki would go with Reserved Man, but we'll see.
Now then.
He's the one who chose A. Go after your friend. He said he'd help any person he might see who's in trouble. He had turned a blind eye in a similar situation in the past. His regret is the main reason he would intervene in the future.
Indeed.
Standing up to evil to help your friend certainly does seem like the right thing to do. That would be correct if this were based on overly simplistic morals, but this is rather based on Maruki's viewpoint. Yeah, I have a feeling. You may find the man's stances admirable, but would Maruki do the same?
Well,
Right. The risk factor is what bothers me about this choice. You would likely be hurt if you ended up failing. You have to consider Maruki's thoughts about that. Yeah, I think he'd rather try to avoid everyone being hurt, which is why he's trying to change everyone's realities to be better. Yeah, Dr. Maruki wants everyone to find their happiness, so that means... I guess that's about it for this one.
what
Yeah.
are your thoughts?
Anyone have something to say? I think we're good here. Change the topic.
What's up?
Let's pick our answer.
Yep.
Yeah, let's come up with an answer based on what we heard. It really comes down to how Maruki would think about it. Risking yourself to help your friend, or take time to find someone dependable to help.
Aww.
Your choice guarantees your friend's safety if you think about it. Neither option seems any more successful than the other when it comes to helping your friend. What do you mean?
Do you have a moment?
Your friend may end up hurt no matter which answer you choose, so that isn't the deciding factor here. The issue is that you may end up getting hurt. That's what we base our decision on. Yeah, I think Maruki would go with B. We'll see. I have an absolute feeling about that. Great, Joker. You totally got this. He's done thinking it over. I don't think Ryuji thought about it at all, because he really just didn't feel like he was qualified, and you know, that's okay. We should have enough information to make a wise decision. That part's up to you, Joker.
What's up?
Do you want to talk about something else? Okay, it looks like let's pick our answer is just like another quick summary. I don't know how I feel about that being how this is structured, but I'm not sure. I'm sure that's I feel like that's a little too redundant. I feel like there's a lot of things that are redundant in this game. Anyone else feel that way? I really feel that way after playing this a lot, and I know Let's Players that I've watched play Persona 5 base feel the same way. Here's the first question. In date school, is either a good friend is being led away by a group of scary people. You want to help your friend. If you fight them alone and lose, you could easily get hurt. Go look for a teacher that would be no danger to you. If you don't succeed to find time, your friend will most likely be hurt. What would you do in this situation? What did it do? Oh wait, you go up the elevator. That's right. This is... Yeah, okay.
What do you want to do?
Yep. No abnormalities detected in query response. Please see the next room. Yeah, I had a feeling. Oh, you too, huh? They're calling this an exam, but all we're doing is walking along this one path. I feel like that's a freaking metaphor for at least what the devs think about the healthcare, or about like the way that mental health works. I have this feeling that it's something like that, or at least that sparked at least part of how this is handled. You know, this story is told here. No bad news so far. I guess that really was the right answer. So it's better to just run from some shit than try and help? I don't buy that. Maybe it seems Maruki believes it best to find a way to avoid being hurt. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I had a feelio. Nice running into you here. Actually, you can have this. We're passing that out to everyone in here, but I got more than I need. Stronger lift S. Huh. It appears we have yet to finish the exam, though, so if you'll excuse me.
Yes.
Alright, everyone. Let's keep it up. What is stronger lift S? Let me see. There it is. Muscle building supplement raises attack for 1 ally for 3 turns. Interesting. I wonder why they give you a muscle building supplement though. Why would they? This is frickin' for mental health. I don't get it. Anyway. Open door. It's not for, you know, physical strength. There's 3 answers this time. Oh boy. I bet the third question, because didn't they say there were 3 questions? I think they did. It has 4. I'm seeing where this is going. We made it. The second question appears to have 3 possible answers, though.
Alright, then.
I kind of like this section. It's fun and interesting. And it gives good insight into how Maruki thinks and why his driving motivations behind all this. Because he has to be extremely driven because he had to give up Rumi for this. And he loved the fuck out of her. And it was clear that... It seems pretty clear that she might have him back, you know? Or have him, I guess, because... But again... Like, also, there's also the caveat of she's an entirely different person now.
Somewhere.
Like, it must be kind of, like, for him. Like, would you want to get back with someone, like, that you loved if they were an entirely different person now? I don't really think so. So, I don't know, man. Oof. So this one's with the wrong answer. What would have happened to us if we chose it? Yes, we may as well check. A fight. I thought it... Wait, what does that mean? I really wonder. What does that... Yeah, okay, I had a feeling it was a fight, but what does that mean? For everyone else. You know, we would have just had to fight, but... What does that mean for everyone else? Would they have been taken somewhere, or would they have literally been killed on the spot? And why, and what does that mean? Huh. And how does that pertain to reality? And is this maybe the god's influence more than Maruki's here? Helping patients don't decide. The shadow. It's rather easy to imagine now what would have happened if we had chosen A instead. It's like you were right. Choosing the answer that Maruki would believe is correct is the safest way for us to advance. Let's just sneak away. It'd be a pain if we had to deal with that. Okay, so good to know. But it looks like we can fight it if we want. Let's not do that. Is it just going to patrol that room? Yeah, okay, it is. It's not going to come out here. Yeah, I'm not going to fight it because I don't have to. And I'm so over-leveled. There's no reason I would need anything from that fight. Really. As far as I know. By the way, these rooms look really cool and interesting. But I've said that many times over. This game's awesome. Alright. So. What's this one about? Good to see you again. Here's the second question. You have a personal dream that you really, really want to make come true. Oh, hey, like, I have several, really. You know, obviously part of it's being a YouTuber and Twitch streamer of some rapport and income. And really, I just want to make as many people happy with this as possible, because I love this kind of content, and it's really helped me a lot, you know, watching gaming stuff, damn it. So I want to make as much stuff that I feel is good gaming content, and not the type that I feel like isn't actually helpful in the end. A lot of the stuff that ends up being really popular nowadays, honestly. Anyway, but like, there's that. I also want to be a game developer. I also just want to be a writer of well-written. I really just want... I have several... And also I want to be a musician. I have several dreams that are just tied to creating. As a primary, you know, way of... In fact, it's my only way of making income, and as most of the endeavors that I really work at throughout my life, instead of any kind of job that I don't like. Or any kind of job where I'm not on my own schedule. More or less, anyway. You have a personal dream that you really, really want to make come true. You work so hard to achieve it. But it's just not coming to fruition. It's causing you a lot of grief, but if you were to give up now, all of your hard work is sure to be for nothing. Which, yeah, Maruki was definitely at his point with this. Which would you do in this situation? Hey, keep up the hard work, do whatever it takes. What does that quite mean? I have a feeling it means like doing cheaty stuff, right? Or, you know, manipulative stuff, that kind of thing, right? C, give up for a new dream, huh? Please be honest about your feelings as you consider your answer. I think C is already out. Just knowing how determined Maruki was for this and how he gave up Rumi for this. We don't know enough to make a decision. We should gather information. Alright, let's go around and talk to these folks like we did last time. I think C's already out of the question. It's gray, too. I feel like that already is another hint that that can't be the answer. What can I help you with? I'm curious about your answer. Dedicated woman. The people here are pretty chatty, aren't they? Not that I mind. Not that I mind, of course. Not the question. I suppose I'm going with A. Keep up the hard work. Does that mean you have a dream already? Yeah, I guess you could say so. You probably wouldn't be interested in hearing all that, though. I'm a musician. Aw. I like how you get to hear it anyway. I didn't think you'd be able to. I'm still at the point where I can only play out on the street. I work a part-time job so I can afford lessons. In my spare time, I'm always recording demos or practicing. Whenever I come up with something I like, I send it out for potential auditions. Despite all that, I'm just not getting anywhere. Maybe I really don't have a knack for it.
No.
But working hard towards a dream is healthy. Yeah, Sumire would think that. You're right, thank you. I was just being hard on myself for a moment there. So when I come home from work and lie down in bed myself, I just get so worried. Huh. When things are going badly, I start to break down and ask myself, how much longer can I do this? All I can do is believe in my ability. I love music so much I have no intention of quitting, and that's same for... I don't know if it's really about believing in your ability, though. You develop your ability over time to where you'll be more able to believe in it, but I think it really is down to you love something so you keep doing it. YouTube, in my case, you know? Look at my channel. I mean, I don't know if you might be watching this in the future where I have a lot more views, but as of recording this video, if you scroll down my views, most of them have 1, 2, or 0 views. That's just kind of how it is. And with this series alone, and I've finished several other series by now, I have 212 episodes up, going on 213, I think. Somewhere around there, anyway. And I think it's somewhere like 213 or 214, but yeah, somewhere around there. And this is definitely the longest series I've ever done. But yeah, like, I've done several series before. And most of the videos, there's some standout episodes that, for reasons I'm not really aware of, have a lot. And also my Resident Evil 4 blind playthrough actually got quite a few views. But that's not really the kind of content I love the most. That was really just because a friend of mine recommended it to me, and it did get a lot more views. I don't really want to care about views if I don't have to. And the thing is that, while I want to make a living for this, I'm still living with my parents, and they're financially sound, and I don't intend to leave the house until I have money that I've made myself on this computer right here. Enough to do what I want with my life. So, yeah. I love music so much I have no intention of quitting.
Thank you very much.
In fact, I know of a person who had the same kind of dream, and who figured out a way to make it happen. The guitar YouTuber Stevie T, or Steve Terryberry. I don't really agree with the kind of content he's making now, because it's mostly satirical and mean, but he used to just make silly, fun content, and content that was always based around just playing guitar and coming up with fun ideas, and now he's more leaning in the satire direction because clickbait, and it makes me sad, and that's the kind of stuff I don't like. But he was able to make a living entirely on the internet, at least start to. You know, I mean, I think he was working a job at one point, but then... And then the thing is, another thing that's inspiring about him to me, though, is he's in his 30s and he's still single. And I think that might be me. It also might not be. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'll never be with a woman, because that I feel like that is the reason why a lot of these people don't actually end up having relationships. Not what they think it is, but the fact that they literally keep thinking, oh, I won't, be in a relationship at all, so... And they go through their life with that lens of I'll never be in a relationship, so, like, if they meet someone special, they literally don't think they're special enough, or they literally don't think they're good enough for them, so they just move on. I absolutely guarantee you that is what happens in a lot of those cases. You know why? Because recently I've changed my attitude, and I've just been achieving more things already than I thought possible before. So... it's always about how much you think it's possible more than you are going to realize until you change how you think. As hard as that is. But I promise, if you have this very truncated negative view about yourself, there's a reason I call it truncated. It's probably extremely not true. And I promise you can have a better life. I believe in you. Anyway. And I said can, not can't, just in case your brain decided to hear can't there, because I feel like that's a possibility. Because I kind of was in a place like that, and I oftentimes I literally heard things that went along with what my narrative was when people were saying different but similar sounding things that literally had extremely much more positive meanings, or different ones anyway. So anyway, I hope you make it big soon. I have this feeling, I can't believe I just admitted all that to complete strangers. She's still mostly unhappy, though. I have this feeling. Energetic guy. Whoa, don't you guys look crazy? Are you cosplayers or something? Those look like they take forever to make. That's just so awesome. Will you drop in on my stream sometime? I already have a feeling what kind of people they're pointing at. As far as the kind of people that'll do anything to be famous. Yeah, a lot of streamers are doing that shit these days. And I don't need to name names, I don't need to name practices. Y'all, all of y'all that are watching this right now are very likely, at least, to be aware of what I'm talking about, what this guy is talking about. And clearly, the devs had something to say about these kind of people. Because it's a problem. It really is. A lot of people are literally making millions of dollars, frankly, being toxic on the internet. I really feel like it boils down to the stream is not healthy for them, the stream is not healthy for their viewers. And they make too much money off of something that's not healthy. There's definitely types of channels that are much healthier that also make money. But the way that the systems are set up, it's all about more views, and more likes, and more subscribers, and more... It's just that the most shock value stuff tends to be the highest, so... And that kind of stuff, if you make that kind of thing for a living, you're probably an unhealthy mental case. So, yeah. It's just so awesome. Will you drop in on my stream sometime, huh? What do you say?
Yeah.
What the heck is with this guy? He's so pushy. Tell me your answer. Oh, then let's do that. So, I know it's probably not the answer for everyone, but I'm going to choose B, do whatever it takes. I started streaming so I could strike it rich. Oh my god. Yeah, I started making videos because I want to make videos. I don't give a fuck what kind of money I get from it. I'm hoping something, eventually. I don't think anyone's not hoping something eventually. Unless they already are making a living doing something they're okay with. And then they just want to do this as a hobby. And I think that's perfectly fine. But that is not my case at all. My case is I don't want to do a job where I'm working for someone else. I refuse. With how streaming's blown up, if this goes well for me, I'd really be swimming in it, you know what I mean? God. So, you're doing it for the money. But it hasn't been as easy as I hoped. I posted videos every day, and my view count never went... Oh man, that's... Actually, never went anywhere wrong for me. Slowly, I'm getting a few more subscribers, and I feel like I just have more consistent views, at least a little bit, at least more of the time. I can see it, And I know that probably a huge part of it is Persona 5's been overdone. But I just did it because I love Persona 5. Persona 5's been overdone by a lot of people who got famous and are famous because of this game. Or that, were already famous and played this game and became more famous. Because this game blew up like a couple years ago, and the world blew up again last year. And I just think there was too many people established in Persona 5 for people to want to also watch my stuff on this giant game on top of other people that are established and probably just generally better at making content right now than I am, you know, that kind of thing. So, you know, my view went everywhere. I kind of would like to get away from the phrase making content. It sounds so packaged and freaking. I want to call it industrial. Like, there's no soul in saying content creator. I think there is soul in saying let's player, though, or gamer, or person who loves video games and posts them online. Also, random tangent. I also believe people should stop self-deprecating as a marketing strategy. I know this is really random. I think this is another part of toxic streamy stuff, especially the self-toxic part. There's people that just, part of their shtick is self-deprecation. And I think people laugh at that and don't realize that the person's hurting and that's why they're saying shit about themselves like that. Like, I don't remember what the channel was called. I think it was a VTuber, I'm not sure. But there's more and more things I haven't subscribed to in my recommended stuff on YouTube now. Especially in regards to, what's it called? Community feeds on different channels, you know, where they can post stuff in their community. You know, the thing I don't have access to yet. That, you know, one of the things I don't. But, like, but yeah, like, basically the community tab stuff. There's community tab stuff for channels I don't have anything to do with. They're appearing on my YouTube homepage. I don't like that, but that's YouTube's thing. What I'm talking about is the people. The people, like, okay, so this person, so they're apparently a streamer. They said, so what their message was here was, all caps, big dick streams, small dick self-esteem. That's what their tagline was. That's not funny to me. And they did all sorts of stuff in the post to make it sound so exciting and, like, badass and shit. Like, what the fuck is that? Why do you do that to yourself? And then, you know, there's so many channels on Twitch where if you go to their... And a friend of mine is also guilty of this. I want him to stop deprecating himself so much. Oh my god. All of my friends kind of had this problem to a degree. And I think it's because I've also had it, but I'm just fed up with people that are like this to themselves. Because I know that it sucks. Because I used to be like that. And I'm trying my best to stop entirely. And I think I'm already better than I ever was at it. And I feel like that's part of the reasons why I absolutely am happier than I used to be. Every single day. Words. But yeah, like... there's a lot of channels on Twitch where their about page goes something like this. Yeah, I'm just this dumbass that plays video games. That kind of thing. Stop! Stop! Stop doing that to yourself. You're literally making yourself feel worse, and probably also perform worse by saying that shit. It just, yeah, pisses me off. And then I found the motherload. There's a video someone uploaded where he just bashed on this celebrity so bad it was ruthless. Oh god. See, thank you, Persona 5, for calling out. I mean, I already called out this kind of shit. I didn't do specifics, because honestly, I don't follow these people enough to kind of even really tell you what all they do in detail, like these self-deprecative people, because I also follow a good few people that tend to be self-deprecative, and I want them to stop, but I love them and support them, so I keep watching their stuff, but it pisses me off whenever they get whenever they talk bad about themselves. Just be kinder to yourself. Yes, it's hard sometimes. Yes, you might feel like you don't deserve it, but that's all in your head. Like, who the fuck wakes up one day and just decides, ah, yes, this person is completely worthless, and it's not based in complete bullshit, and you know it is when you see that from someone else, but then we do it to ourselves. Think about that. You can do better, people. Probably every human being, until the day they die, can stand to treat themselves better. Probably. So, keep trying, friends. I am. It's getting me somewhere. I promise you it will get you somewhere, too. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. There was a video someone uploaded where he just bashed on this celebrity so bad it was ruthless. Also, excessive complaining is also something that people need to stop, but that's a different topic, really. You know, just when you're just so used to venting and that's all you do, and that literally turns around and makes you feel worse about it. Because all you do is talk about the bad shit. Think about that. Of course that would make you feel worse in the end. Venting is healthy in moderation, like so many other things. But there's a point where people take it too far, like my father. I really hate when he does that, and I want him to stop. There's so many things like that. And his view count was through the roof. That's what I knew I had to do to make it. But goddammit, my dad's an awesome person. See, this is what I'm talking about here. There's so many good things about my father. I vented, but then I was like, yeah, but I reminded myself of the good parts. That's how I've gotten through my life. That's what I want him to do, but he doesn't. I don't think he will, frankly. I'm afraid he'll never feel better about himself. But, well, I can't force him to change as much as I'd like to, and that's kind of just the crux of that kind of a thing. And I'm better at dealing with that mentally, too. And it feels really good. Or you could just not be a dickhead and just make it with wholesome means that won't probably backfire you on in the end anyway. And at least, regardless of how it'll affect your material success, regardless of that, you will absolutely invite hate, a lot of hate, into your life at you. No one wants that. From then on, I switched over to solely posting bash vids. Lo and behold, my view count started. Fuck people like this. I'm sorry. If you like watching people like this, stop. Stop it now. And if you ever want to become a channel like this, stop. Stop it now. This is awful and needs to stop. Anyway. I don't watch people like this. People start doing this. Like I said, Stevie T started bashing. I don't watch him anymore. No one should have to do that. No one should feel like they have to do that. I will figure out how to make a living without doing shit like that. I will. I don't give a fuck what else I have to do as long as it doesn't go against my morals. I don't give a fuck how long it takes. I don't give a fuck if I get homeless at some point. I'll still figure out a way to at least make a living doing something creative. Even if it has nothing to do with computers at some point. Like, I don't know. I'll do it. I have to. I need to create things that I feel like will help people and I don't feel like is net negative at all, period. In any way, shape, or form. I need to so much more than I quote-unquote feel a need to make money. Oh, so he's flame baiting, saying outrageous stuff just for the attention. So all the stuff you're going on about basically boils down to you talking shit about other people for money, yeah? Haha, you really nailed it there. And that's totally, like, people think this is okay. Like, if you look at the internet, most people think this is okay. And actively encourage it. And they don't understand that they're literally perpetuating awful things and the kinds of stuff that gets people to commit suicide and all sorts of bullshit like that. This is the worst part of the internet. There's so many good things about the internet being the internet, but this is probably the worst part of the internet being the internet these days. I think the paradigm is shifting because it's getting so ridiculous, people are starting to leave these people in droves, and I've never really followed them either. Yeah, you really nailed it there. People hate on me night and day in comments. They even point me out on the street now. I'm not doing anything illegal or anything, and that's better than what I could have ended up in. I don't know about that, dude. I definitely don't think so, frankly. Man, it's funny how they're pointing these kind of people out. I wonder if some of these more toxic streamers have watched this and reflected on themselves. Have played this and reflected on themselves. I fucking hope so. Anyway, because I know a lot of streamers have played this game for views, too. Because it's popular. But I'd rather do that. Play a game that's popular for views, basically. But at the same time, I still won't do that. I will go with what I think is awesome. I will play what I think is awesome. And I will figure out how to make a living doing that. Thankfully, I think a lot of variety of games are awesome. So I can probably make a good deal of viewers happen by just being a variety streamer and playing a bunch of things. We shall see what happens. I walked away from my job because the stress was killing me, and I became a real burden to my parents for a while. Okay, yeah. But see, this is probably the kind of thing that drives a lot of those people to do that too. But if I'm a famous streamer, I can make enough to survive and pay my parents back, right? I don't know how I should feel about all this. You spread negativity, but it's not entirely for personal gain. You guys gaining an interest in me? Maybe we can join couples together, some kind of collab together. Yeah, whatever, just go already. This is literally VTubers. And some other, and most of the big famous streamers that make millions of dollars being like him. We need to stop it, people. We need to. Subscribe to my channel, okay? No. I have a feeling he doesn't want you. Oh my god, this is harder than I ever thought possible. I'm actually leaning to. I don't know, man. Man, this is. Well, we'll see. I have a feeling it will become obvious when we talk it out anyway. Because they're pretty good at dropping hints in those convos. Although we'll see. This is probably designed to be harder than the first one anyway, but yeah. We'll see. What do you want? Which one are you choosing? This? Does it actually matter? I'm pretty sure it won't make a difference. I'll have to choose and go with C, give up for a new dream. And the other ones apply even less to me than that one. What do you mean? You don't want to make your dream come true? Well, hold it there a sec. It's like, for people who have big dreams, right? Besides, trying hard isn't actually going to solve anything. Why wear yourselves down to nothing over some dream? It'd be a lot simpler to just choose an easier dream.
Yes.
Personally believe that pursuing something is a wonderful thing. I suppose it depends on the person. Of course, Yusuke is so gung-ho about his art, and I respect the shit out of that. Hell, I'm really gung-ho about this channel right now. And also some other things, but mostly... The biggest thing is this channel right now because of the self-expression and other good things about making this stuff. It's literally therapeutic to me, and it makes me feel better at the end of the day when I've made vidges. Always. Probably, yeah. I got tired of doing stuff like that, so I just quit. If I had a dream I actually cared about, it might be different, but I don't have anything like that. Failing after trying your hardest hurts the worst. That's what it boils down to, you know? Oof, man. I do feel him there. There's a lot of things I've quit in my life so far, but I have a feeling I'll never quit anything again. I'll never drop something so hard ever again. Guaranteed. I'm still lazy about a few of my dreams, but I'm working towards others very, very, very carefully. And I have so many dreams I have to pick and choose anyway. Because ADHD minds tend to do that, but I'm being focused on a dream right now, and I'm seeing results. I am. Like, I am slowly getting a few more views and things, you know? And regardless of views and anything like that. And likes and subs too, man. Regardless of everything like that. I don't know how else to thought, but yeah. Believe in your dreams, friends? I don't know. I wish I remember where I was going with that. Oh well. That's all it boils down to, you know? So is avoiding dreams that might not come true because it's easier? It's not the worst advice, but still. Believe in your dreams, friends. There's a lot of people I wish I could just help very, very, very easily by snapping my fingers, sort of like how Maruki's done. Random tangent, but a lot of it's because they have a lot of dreams, but they're afraid. Or they can't do anything about them. Like this guy. There's a few people in my life I wish I could just make life turn out better in their favor. Which is kind of why this is such a surreal thing for me to go to, because the game's really good at making us see that this isn't right, but then, goddamn, they'll lower this kind of thing to me, to some degree or another. Although I know that this kind of thing... Deciding this kind of thing as the solution is just running from the problem in real life, because this kind of thing isn't possible in real life. But yeah. This kind of thing meaning Maruki's reality-changing thing. Aren't you guys taking the elevator? Then I'm gonna go ahead. I think we've heard all sides of the situation. We're to gather somewhere and discuss it. Side room time. We Weep. Weep. Weep.
Shall we begin?
Okay. Here's another place we can use.
Well then.
Then you run into the second question. What should we do, Tucker? Let's review what we know. Alright, whose story do you want to discuss? She's the one who chooses A. Keep up the hard work. She said she's gonna keep trying until she makes it.
Yes.
Yeah, she said she loves music so much she's gonna keep pushing herself until she succeeds. I don't want to be presumptuous, but I don't think Maruki would deny someone pursuit of their dreams. And she would know, I think, more than any of us here about what he's thinking. But she isn't succeeding at her dreams, at least not to the degree she desires. As she said herself, she does worry over it a great deal. If Maruki considered that to be harming oneself, Wait, so Maruki would literally side with the streamer? I feel like that's where this is going, and I can get it. I get it, because, you know, he gave up Rumi for the malicious intent of a god, and yeah. This really hits home, doesn't it? It's a very blunt pointing out of, hey, this is what's wrong with this guy's attitude and what he's doing. I want to hug him, man. I really hope he can have any kind of happy ending and all, or at least not net negative ending, but I have this feeling that he's gonna have a net negative ending, but considering this is a Persona game and they usually tend to end pretty happy for most people involved, considering his intent wasn't bad, I really hope to fuck that he doesn't just end up like the other palace rulers. He deserves better. We'll see. I'll be kind of pissed if he doesn't end up getting any better than them, but we'll see. If Maruki considered that to be harming oneself, I guess that's all we can get out of that answer.
What are your thoughts?
Anyone else you want to cover? That guy, this sleaze-bagging motherfucking... We need to stop people like this from being so popular so that they can figure out other endeavors to do with their lives that aren't so just mostly harmful. Ugh. Okay, also, I was so busy talking that out I wasn't looking at the screen for some reason. Sometimes I do that. And I'm commentating and I just want to focus on what I'm saying. I literally look down and I don't realize it until, you know, something like that happens where I'm like, whoops, I'm accidentally autoing, so. Anyway, guys, this is a guy who chose B, do whatever it takes. He said he planned to strike a witch by uploading intentionally controversial videos on social media, which way too many fucking people literally make millions of dollars doing right now, as I keep saying over and over again. I mean, he said he was doing it to help his parents, but I don't think talking shit about others is the best way to do that. Even if he's got issues to deal with. Flame baiting for attention is just too crappy. See, as a fellow fucking internet connoisseur, let's say it like that, Futaba gets me. That's how I feel about it. Because I think if you're people like me and her who spend most of your day in front of your computer, then you start to see that kind of shit, man. And it's just, What do we think of Dr. Maruki's take would be, though? Dr. Maruki's take would be, though. It's ethically wrong, so I'm fairly certain he wouldn't approve. It's ethically wrong, so I'm fairly certain he wouldn't approve. It doesn't just hurt others, either. It damages the psyche of the person being negative, as well. Even if he claimed it's doing him good, I don't think this is the right answer. I guess that's all we can get out of that answer.
What are your thoughts?
Anything else you want to cover? This poor man right here. He's the guy who chose C, give up for a new dream. He said he doesn't have any particularly big aspirations.
Yes.
Yeah, he said he disagreed with the other two options more than that one. He said pushing oneself to succeed isn't worth it. I understand where he's coming from, but I can't agree. He said going after an easier dream is better than getting hurt by trying to succeed and failing. Oof, man. I guess he prefers things very easygoing. Indeed. But if one lives in fear of injuries, nothing good can come to fruition. Throughout the history of art, creators faced their... Yep, got it. No vote from Fox. Moving on. Yeah, I don't really blame her for not wanting... I just realized she didn't call him Inari. Who are you and what have you done with Futaba? No, but, yeah, I kind of don't blame her for not wanting Fox to go on one of his rambles of doom. His eternity rambles, let's call them those. Let's call them that. I guess that's all we can get out of that answer.
What are your thoughts?
Anyone else who want to cover? But yeah, like, to be a creator, you often have to face all of the stuff in your head, and that's part of what makes good art, is expressing that and facing that and that kind of stuff, you know? So it's not only good for your mental health, it's literally what makes the best art oftentimes. Anywho.
What are your thoughts?
Let's pick our answer. Now, granted, I say it's good for your mental health, but there's a lot of creators that end up being troubled their whole lives, and artisty people, that kind of thing. And I think that a lot of it's just how they learn to live their lives, and how oftentimes fame and all these people watching them exacerbates it. And, you know, all these people having all these opinions about them and all that, too. But, yeah, I'd say that art can certainly be a mental health thing for good, but you have to be careful. You have to put yourself first, basically. And thankfully, I feel like a major strength of mine, the more that I kind of learn to accept and understand myself more, is that I'm very acutely aware of what's mentally good and not good for me. And I just stay the hell away from the things that ain't. And most people do not default to that, I feel like. And that's why a lot of suicide happens, that's why a lot of people end up with drug addictions and just, like, making poor choices over and over and over again. I would say, honestly, that even though you might look at my life and say that I generally have made poor choices, I don't think that's even close to the amount a lot of people do to literally fuck up their lives. My life is still budding, because I've been shutting myself in a lot of my life. Not to the degree of people like Futaba either. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just a personal bias thing, but I just feel like, honestly, I haven't really fucked up. I just haven't done much yet with my life. Enough to really fuck up hard. And I don't think I ever will really fuck up hard, because I'll always be cautious and careful. Because, again, I've decided to choose, yes, indeed. It's like a decideception, whoops. No, that's redundant, that's funny. Like, I've decided to just, I don't know where I was going with that. There's a very powerful statement that I felt was important, whoops. But again, see, I would have literally been mad at myself about that in the past, and I'm not. I think that's mostly what I was getting at, it's just, I just know exactly what I need to do to stay mentally okay regardless of the situation. And at this point, as much as it's hard sometimes, I choose that over others' demands or what I would rather do, you know, and it just works. My life's easier because of it. I believe in y'all. Y'all can do the same thing. Let's think from Maruki's point of view. Well, in that case, Dr. Maruki isn't just caring, he's willing to speak up when something's not right, too. When one of the higher-ups at the school threatened my honor status over my tournament results, Dr. Maruki had my back the whole time. So I don't think he would be okay with using a method that would bring harm to someone else. Yes. Even now he's trying to save everyone by giving us all reality. So maybe it really is the woman. Interesting. This is a harder one. Only we're all happy. With that in mind, that would leave us with either... Okay, so yeah, okay, B... I had a feeling that B is... This felt misleading, the way that they led up to this. Because, again, it felt like a lot of things were leading to B, because... I don't know, but... Although, granted, the only hint I had was if, you know, in order to avoid, like, the worry in her case, you know, the pain, the harming oneself, then... You know, because the thing is, ironically here, this is just kind of, it's very clear that regardless of being a psychiatrist himself, or a psychologist, actually, I do believe that's what he distinguishes himself as, and I know there are different fields, and I know that this is more psychology, instead of iatry, but like, it's kind of funny because, the first question established that negating one's harm to oneself is important, but also that sacrificing oneself for others is important. At least sacrificing himself for others is okay. I really think that's what point he's at right now. That he literally thinks that he's supposed to sacrifice himself for others. I think that's what this is kind of getting at here. That he thinks others shouldn't sacrifice themselves for other people, but that he should sacrifice himself for others. Oh man, that's so backwards. I'm so sorry for him. Hug.
Well?
If the last question is anything to go by, the correct answer is the one where you don't risk hurting yourself. It may help to bear that in mind. Keep pursuing a dream or give it up, but he kept pursuing this dream. I really feel like Sumire's on the... Man, I don't fucking know! Okay, so we know B's out, but this one would hurt more.
What are your thoughts?
I feel like in his case, the giving it up would hurt more. Can I save here? I'd rather get it right. I think in his case, the giving it up would hurt more. If I go to A, and that one gets me a shadow, I'll be kind of pissed, but I'm leading towards A right now. I don't think he'd give up. Giving up on his dream would hurt him the most, because he sacrificed Rumi for that. Like, sacrificed his life with Rumi. Rumi's doing fine, at least. And he's convinced himself that's okay, but... Man... He literally let her go start a happy life with another man. And he didn't have to. Like, that's... Oof. A lot of guys deal with that, but Maruki was in a situation where it seemed like Rumi wanted to at least talk to him some more. There was likely a chance they could be lovers again. And I don't think he knew this, but there was also likely a chance that, like our friends, Rumi could have come back from that and remembered things, but still been able to push on better than she had been before. Because that's exactly what happened to our friends. So, yeah. Although her case was really, really particularly bad. So there's really particularly traumatizing, I should say. I'm trying not to label things as bad so much. And I really do think it's generally helping the way that I see the world. To see it in less of a dark way and that kind of a thing. Over time. Feels good, man. It's in discussion here. You got information we need, but sure, let's wrap this all up for now.
I have something.
Wait, hold on.
What's up?
Did he say I don't think we've gotten it all, or that I do? Think of Maruki's point of view. Well, in that case, isn't just... Okay, hold on, yeah. We've had this conversation, right?
Well? What are your thoughts? Right.
I think we got all the information we'll need, but sure. Huh. That sounds... But... But sure. That kind of thing is used when you don't think we have everything we need. I feel like that's just not... That just doesn't make sense. But you literally said, I think we've got. Not I don't. Unless I literally didn't see the word don't there. I don't think I did. Yeah, it's not letting us save here. But... Considering this dream is all Maruki has left... If this isn't the right answer, I'm gonna be really pissed. This meaning the blue one. I don't know why I was on the other side there.
What do you want to do?
What? Okay. God, really? Okay, yeah, there was enough you know what? Okay, I get this. This is all I need to know. I'm gonna restart the game real quick. And I'm just gonna... I'll be back. I'll just redo... however much I have to redo to get here and choose C. I wasn't expecting that. I thought giving up his dream would be the worst for him, but there were, granted, a lot of hints. There were a lot of hints that A would lead to pain, and that's what he wouldn't want, as evidenced by the first question, so that was my bad. But I just kind of felt like, again, like, I felt like Maruki's want to see this dream through would override this, to me. That's what I felt like this, because of how much that's so much of a part of his character, right? So I don't think this is a very well-phrased question. It's a trick question. I really think this is a trick question. If anyone else... What does anyone else think about this question? I'd like to see your all thoughts about it. Anywho, I will, burb probably in the next episode, considering this is about an hour-long recording at this point.